Want to know how to expose your videos? You should know the exposure triangle: aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. The shutter speed and aperture affect how much light physically goes through your camera and into the sensor, thus affecting the brightness of the image. The ISO controls the sensitivity of the sensor to that light that's already hitting it, which also affects the overall brightness of your image. Additionally, the aperture affects the depth of field of the image, so that's the background blur, how blurry or how sharp it is. Shutter speed affects motion blur, so that's the blur that you get from fast movements. If you have a slow shutter speed, you're gonna have more motion blur. If you have a higher shutter speed, you're gonna have less motion blur. And lastly, ISO affects the sensitivity of your camera. So the higher the ISO value, the brighter the image is, but use this sparingly because the higher your ISO value, the noisier and grainier your image is. So you should focus on keeping the ISO as low as possible.